They have no right to cover Ohtani.
It was in 2024 that Fuji TV, a private Japanese broadcaster, ended up being denied access to Shohei Ohtani. Yes, that Ohtani was furious, and he completely shut Fuji TV out. The real issue is that this conflict could have a serious impact on the WBC taking place this March. So today, ahead of the WBC, we're going to break down the shocking and ongoing relationship between Fuji TV and Shohei Ohtani. Even athletes deserve to have their privacy respected. What do you think? Let us know in the comments.
Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe.
Behind the drastic shift in WBC broadcasting rights.
As of February 2026, with just 1 month left until the WBC begins, Japan's baseball world is entering an unusually tense and unprecedented moment. The clearest symbol of this upheaval was the shocking decision to grant Netflix complete and exclusive broadcasting rights to the 2026 WBC. The news that this international baseball tournament would air, with zero involvement from terrestrial TV stations, sent shockwaves through Japan's broadcasting industry. But this decision wasn't driven solely by changing times or business strategy. According to testimonies from people close to Ohtani, there was an extremely strong request coming directly from Ohtani's side behind the scenes. Officially, the move was framed as an exclusive distribution deal to maintain fairness. In reality, however, a growing number of observers believe it was a deliberate choice to completely shut Fuji TV out of WBC coverage in Japan. This decision cannot be dismissed as the selfish demand of a single superstar. Ohtani's actions were a highly rational choice, made to protect his own safety, his family's dignity, and an environment where he can fully focus on baseball. Irresponsible over-the-line coverage led to an irreversible fallout. Everything was set in motion by an incident that took place in late May 2024. The first outlet to report that Shohei Ohtani had purchased a luxury home near Los Angeles, reportedly worth around $7.8 million, was the real estate section of the American newspaper, the Los Angeles Times. The article was based solely on publicly available property records and presented the purchase as one example of a high-end real estate transaction. In the U.S., this kind of reporting is not unusual at all. The real problem began afterward. Using that article as a trigger, Japanese television networks crossed a clear line in their coverage. Fuji TV, in particular, went as far as broadcasting live from directly in front of Ohtani's new home. The footage showed the exterior so clearly that the address could be identified. It even captured images of a basketball court inside the property, and went further by conducting on-the-spot interviews with neighboring residents. As a result, Ohtani's privacy was completely violated. At that point, the situation escalated far beyond ordinary reporting and became a serious issue. Recognizing the gravity of what had happened, Ohtani, through the Los Angeles Dodgers, demanded the immediate return of Fuji TV's press credentials. And as a result, Ohtani made the painful decision that he could no longer live in that house, and chose to let go of the luxury home he had just purchased. In response, the Dodgers organization placed the safety of the player and his family as its top priority and decided to impose strict limitations on media access. At a press conference, the head of programming didn't hold back, stating, "It is only natural to take severe action against media outlets that don't even understand the basic principles of privacy protection," directly condemning Fuji TV in a sharp tone. Behind this controversy lies a security issue unique to Los Angeles. In recent years, organized thefts targeting celebrities have surged, and several Dodgers players have actually fallen victim to these crimes. For players who are often away from home on long road trips, exposing their address or home layout can be absolutely dangerous. In the first place, Ohtani reportedly purchased this new home to protect Mamiko's privacy and safety. But this wave of coverage ended up trampling over that very intention. On June 17th, Dodgers president Stan Kasten also spoke out in an interview, strongly criticizing Fuji TV and other Japanese broadcasters. They are invading Ohtani's privacy in their pursuit of ratings. What this network is doing is equivalent to stalking. Following Ohtani's private life causes discomfort not only to him, but to the general public as well. He went on to call out what he described as the hypocrisy of Japanese broadcasters, saying that behavior like invading other people's private lives while staying silent about inconvenient facts on their own side should never be tolerated. This kind of attitude starts at the top and becomes embedded in a company's culture. I'm firmly convinced of that, he said. He then strongly condemned Fuji TV, warning that any violations involving footage aired without proper authorization would be fully subject to compensation through U.S. courts. Following this incident, Fuji TV's president issued a public apology. However, unsurprisingly, that statement itself was met with widespread criticism. And then, an astonishing moment arrived. The moment of becoming world champions at the World Series. It should have been a time when all lingering resentment faded away, leaving nothing but pure joy. In 2024, in his very first season with the Dodgers, Ohtani battled the Yankees in an intense showdown and swept the series 4-0, finally achieving his long-awaited World Series championship. That season, Ohtani went on to rewrite the record books in ways never seen before. Despite being caught in the unbelievable storm of a gambling scandal involving his former interpreter, Ohtani delivered a historic performance: 54 home runs and 59 stolen bases. Numbers never before achieved in baseball history. With an overwhelming stat line that even put the Triple Crown within reach, he captivated baseball fans all around the world. Immediately after the championship, Ohtani sat down for an interview with NHK and said, "I'm truly happy that I was able to achieve the best possible result in a new environment. I was blessed with amazing teammates, and the support from fans in Japan gave me tremendous strength." His words were filled with gratitude. Then, the moment Fuji TV's crew managed to catch sight of Ohtani, the atmosphere instantly changed. After a member of the Dodgers staff checked something from behind, Ohtani's expression shifted, and he could be seen clearly shaking his head. The staff member then turned toward Fuji TV's cameraman and crossed both arms in a large X gesture. Ohtani kept his distance, and the interview was immediately cut off. Despite having paid a massive sum for the World Series broadcasting rights, Fuji TV failed to secure an interview with the very star of the event. Ohtani stood firm on one principle: forgiveness cannot be bought with money. What do you think about this incident? In Japan, celebrities' private moments are often exposed publicly, with little regard for privacy. Is this simply something that comes with being a superstar? Even after the series of controversies in 2024, there has been no sign of improvement in the relationship between Shohei Ohtani and Fuji TV. As the WBC draws closer, Fuji TV has been forced to confront just how serious this situation truly is. Inside the company, long-term preparations and heavy investments had been made in hopes of securing WBC broadcasting rights. But in the end, all of it collapsed. Since the problems first surfaced in 2024, Fuji TV reportedly tried every possible channel to repair the relationship, only to be turned away each time. Now, with no options left, a deep sense of desperation has taken hold. Netflix's exclusive WBC broadcast is, in many ways, a decision that fits the times, offering convenience and unmatched global reach. At the same time, however, it carries a certain risk of drifting away from the message Shohei Ohtani has repeated time and again. I want to give dreams to children. A paid streaming model inevitably filters its audience. It reaches those who can afford the subscription and are comfortable in a digital environment. But for those who aren't, and especially for children, the biggest stage in baseball could suddenly feel far more distant than before. Once upon a time, the WBC was a national experience, something anyone could watch just by turning on the TV. The moment Ohtani struck out Mike Trout, countless children didn't analyze it logically. They felt it. Their hearts moved, and they saw their future selves in that moment. That sense of chance, of stumbling upon greatness without trying, was the single most powerful engine for creating dreams. But paywalls change that. When watching becomes a deliberate choice, limited to only those who seek it out and can afford it, dreams inevitably struggle to spread. If this Netflix exclusivity is, in fact, the result of the rift between Ohtani and commercial broadcasters, then a deep dilemma likely remains in Ohtani's heart. A decision made to protect his own dignity and his family's safety may have unintentionally created distance between himself and children. For a player like Ohtani, someone who has always taken the value of baseball seriously, that contradiction would weigh heavier than it would on anyone else. No one truly knows the answer. Still, as Ohtani fans, we want to believe that this exclusive streaming deal is simply the result of skyrocketing broadcasting rights, something Japan's commercial TV networks could no longer afford. We want to believe that the values at the core of who Ohtani is have never changed. And we can't help but hope that the choices made to protect dreams today will one day take shape in a way that reaches countless children once again.
Thanks for watching all the way through. What did you think? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we continue to follow Shohei Ohtani's incredible journey. See you in the next one.